Yo, 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 what it do? What it do, y'all? It's your boy Big J, host of the Keep It a J podcast. Um, episode 4. We had my boy Wade Simmons on. Last episode talking about some valuable stuff, some valuable lessons. He worked as a mortician, uh, did the AEW like pro wrestling training and all that, and then now he's a a filmmaker. So I'm glad that I got him on finally. I had my boy Ricky on as a surprise guest, but I mean I have something special, man, as a guest. He's coming on real soon. You might not know him. You might know him if you're on the West Coast side. I'm not sure if it's Portland or LA, but he is a local rapper in that area. His name is Skylar Ray. He'll be coming shortly. I mean, the way I met him was I was looking for, to make a pro-am team for the there he is right now, man. What it do? What it do, man? Yo, yo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, can you hear me?
Hold on. I don't think I hear you at all.
Yo, yo.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
There you go, you good. Yo, yo.
Hey, I can't hear you.
Hey, you can't hear me? Let me see. Uh Yo, yo. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right, 1 second. Let me see.
I just tried some music on my side, so my speakers are going.
Yeah, I can hear you good. I can hear
You
you.
hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can't hear you.
Let's see, man. Give me 1 second. Are we good now? Nah, he can't
I
hear
can't
me.
hear you at all.
Damn. Yeah, I can I can hear you. I can hear you good, bro.
You hear
Yeah.
me good? Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you can hear me, but I still can't hear you.
Um,
Under settings, under audio, what's your say for mic? Oh, I can't. That's what I would check. At the
uh,
bottom it says mute stop. Oh, yours might be different, but mute stop cam settings. Click on
uh,
settings, audio,
let me
and then mic.
see. Is it good now? Nah, yes.
Nah, I still can't.
Let me see. Damn, man.
This is not a drill.
Um,
What's it? What's it?
yeah.
Dun. Get you a little better quality up in here. Hold on. Dun. I still can't hear you though. By the way, for the record.
Uh, Damn, man. see. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, bro.
Check. Yeah, buddy.
Can you hear me now?
No. I was just saying, yeah, buddy, 'cause I got this.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
You still can't hear me? Dude, I can hear you loud and clear.
I see you talking. You better not be starting the interview without me.
Yo, what's going on, Ray? It's your boy Big J.
Whoa!
Damn, bro.
Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
Yeah.
This shit sounds nice as shit.
That's that studio mic, baby.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, can you hear me now, bro? No, you can't.
I hope you're not saying anything important, man.
Nah, I'm not. Nah. I'm gonna see.
He over there spilling the tea, huh?
God damn, yo.
Please leave your message for
Nigga, man. Give me like 1 second.
You good, my guy. Take your time. Figure out what you need to figure out. No rush.
Yeah, Ricky. Yo, can you go on YouTube real quick and see if you can hear my audio, bro?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because I have him on the podcast, but I can't hear him, but he can't hear me.
Let me check.
All right, bet. Just let me know.
I got you.
Who you calling? You ordering some food?
Nah.
Daddy. So you took food this way.
DoorDash. Damn, bro. Can you hear me now? Hello. Can you hear me now? Man, that's crazy. Yo, so he's my boy said he can hear me.
What'd you say?
I said my boy said he can hear me.
Yeah, just like you. Are you saying that last game we ran records? That's on you. The loss is on you.
No, I'm saying the guy in the comments saying
Type it. Oh yeah. I see you. Hold up. Wait up.
he can hear me, boss. I don't know, man. Hold
Who
up.
can hear you?
The dude in the comment.
I can't hear you. Let me exit out and come back in. Maybe it's me. Yeah, maybe it's a me issue. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna exit out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear him. His audio was perfect, man. Like I could hear him. He couldn't hear me. Let me see. He's gonna log in, log back out, or log back out. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a. Everything good?
We good, baby.
Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you. Phone home.
Man. Yo, fine.
Hey,
No,
must
man.
have been on my end.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was trying to say like log back out, log back in, but
Yep.
Cause I called my boy Ricky, the defender we were playing with. He said, "Yo, he can hear me fine, so it's all good, man."
All right, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, then
Well,
I did a little test thing and it worked too.
Yeah, me too. I did the audio. I picked my mic. I did the testing. Hello. I did the green dots and everything. Everything worked.
Man, here we go, huh?
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to, like, before the show started, to, like, get the audio right. But it's all right. It's all right.
Hey, we got it now.
Technical difficulties, man. But it's all
Yes,
good,
indeed.
man. Well, good. Well, good afternoon on the East Coast. Good morning on the West Coast.
Hey,
are you in Portland or LA or California?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Okay. Gotcha. Well, let me just do the intros.
City
man,
where we cried from Damian Lillard getting traded.
Oh man, man, I don't know. See, like, so I have a sports podcast as well, and like I follow sports and stuff, and like I don't know what the hell Dame's problem is, man. Like he's teasing to go to Miami, like all this year, like kind of like in the dark, and then boom, goes to the Bucks for the Giannis.
I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it because for one, Dame has a real shot at winning a championship. I'm a Dame fan, right? But also I'm a Trailblazer fan. So also it was a lot better than the Heat package they were offering. That Heat package was garbage.
Yeah, no, because they don't really have a. I mean, Bam Adebayo, he's not really. He's.
But they're not going to trade him or Butler. That's the whole reason they wanted Dame is to pair him with them. Yeah, so we were looking at Hero or Jaime Jaquez and it's like nah. So I'm happy with what we got. And Dame
so are you an NBA fan as well? Do you follow NBA or?
I love NBA.
So how do you feel about that matchup, man? Or that duo, Dame and
Dame and Giannis?
Yeah,
that's gonna be deadly. That's gonna be deadly. Dame's never had so anytime Dame comes across the court, he's double pressed or sometimes triple team, especially when the game's on the line, right? So the fact that they can't afford to double team him because that means Giannis is gonna be open or so it's gonna have to be one-on-one. And the only person that could really guard Dame like that is like a Drew Holiday, which we got now. Drew Holiday is the only one that shuts him down every single time.
I don't know why they traded him, man. They're their defensive point guard right there.
Man, that's like one of the best. Every time Dame goes against him, I'm like,
he's
gonna have a horrible day.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm an LA Laker fan. Like, I mean, we're looking good with Anthony Davis, LeBron. We got some good young pieces there.
We'll trade you Drew Holiday for Austin Reeves. He fits our timeline.
I would have said yes if Austin Reeves was kind of like still fresh, but he proved himself, man. Like, he's a dog.
Austin Reeves is legit and he's young. He fits our timeline. You could have a win now point guard.
Oh yeah. Plus, he's learning behind one of the best in the league, man. LeBron James, man.
Yep. Or we'll just dish him over to the Spurs for some picks.
Man,
leaving
in
here.
It's gonna be crazy with Wemby and all that. It's gonna be exciting to see, man.
I wanted Wemby, so hey, we were one pick off. You know that,
you
right?
Were. I do like your boy Scooter Henderson. He's nice, bro.
I love Scoot. I'm actually really happy we got Scoot. Well, because we can't get Wemby. But I'd rather have Scoot than Brandon Miller. Although I think Brandon Miller is going to be legit. You know.
Right.
But I'll take Scoot.
Yeah. For sure. Like, I'm in Jersey, so, like, I mean, it's not, other than the Nets and the Knicks, I mean, for basketball, but I'm an LA fan. I've always been an LA fan of, like, the Lakers before even LeBron went there. Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get to. Go ahead.
We always go to war with LA. We always go to war with LA every time. I was there at the Staples Center the first game back after Kobe died.
Really?
I was there. I got the shirt. I got the tickets. We. It's crazy because we bought the tickets, right? We wanted to see. I wanted to see LeBron and AD play in Portland, but we were on tour, right? And I was like, I always miss this game. So we were happened to be in LA when Portland goes there. So we bought the tickets in advance, like 3-4 months in advance. And I think they were like, we bought some like nosebleeds type things for like 100, maybe 125, whatever, right? Well, Kobe dies and they had a game back, but they canceled it because they just for good reasons. And then next thing you know, so the first game back was the game we went to, right?
Gotcha.
And it's crazy because the people next to us, they said they paid like $400 or $500 for those tickets, and we're like in the top section.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we're
usually they're less than that.
top,
Yeah.
but they said the tickets shot up. Like they canceled the game they had like close to courtside seats. And when no, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. The tickets were like $800 because look,
okay.
they went up, right? The people that had courtside when they got refunded, all they could afford with the refund of almost courtside was up at the top.
Up at the top.
So that's who we're sitting next to, bro. It was so dope. Dame put up 48 points.
That was
That was the Staples Center.
They did play Portland, right?
Yep, they played Portland the first game back.
How was that? So, like you said, that was the game after Kobe died. So how
the
was
very
that?
first game back for the Lakers.
Yep. So, how was the atmosphere, man?
It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Everybody was showing so much love. Look, everybody was showing so much love. I was all damed out, right? I had my Dame shoes on. I had my jersey. I had my little red blazer hat. Hey, when he was hitting them, I was flexing on everybody. I was like, and everybody just laughed because they were like in a good mood. You know, typically you probably don't want to flex on a bunch of LA fans.
Yeah.
But it was cool, bro. Like they had Usher perform, Wiz Khalifa, Charlie Puth.
Like a couple
they had a
stars
bunch of other celebrities perform.
Yeah. I mean, it's still to this day, man. It's weird or awkward to say like Kobe Bryant's dead, man. It's just like, like
I know
he was just about to like start his second half of his life like with his daughters.
Yeah, he just.
And, I mean, I don't want to be selfish because like the other people on the plane died as well, like other teammates.
Absolutely.
But it's like, damn, like I don't know what your thoughts were when you first saw the report. I'm like, yo, this has to be like, this can't be real, man.
You know what's crazy is I'm not even beforehand. I'm more now. I wasn't even like a crazy LeBron fan or Kobe fan, right? I recognize Kobe for being one of the greatest, and I know he was like really, really good, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm a big Kobe fan, right? But when he died, it was probably one of the first celebrities that I actually like shed tears to. Which is crazy because I wasn't even a fan of him like that. But I shed tears to it just because it was so. What was very sad to me is
wasn't
he was
like
so young.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like you play that and you retire and you got your daughters, right? And you're doing all this, and now you really get to enjoy the rewards that your work put in. You're rich, you're young, and you just die something tragic. It caught me by surprise.
No, yeah, it caught everyone by surprise. I mean, I thought it was kind of like a fake report. Like, no way, Kobe's dead, man. No way. And then Gigi, man, like she had her life young, man. And it's just sad because like obviously you like as a player like you want to be focus on basketball, but like and you want to focus on that like but then once because Kobe he's a dad or he's a daughter. Well, how do you a daughter dad, I guess. A daughter dad, like he was very invested in it.
Daughter dad, how they say like our son mom or something or whatever.
Like so like that's just a sad man, like how like he was really invested, especially in the WNBA too.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like he could have been a coach, whatever, but it's just like,
It's wild, bro. It's wild. It's crazy. And it makes me sad when I load up the NBA 24.
Yeah, to see that,
And you see him and I would just look at him and I'm like, damn. He's dead.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew like once like 24 came out, it makes sense. 24, Kobe Bryant, 24, so it kind of made sense to Mamba.
23 was Jordan.
Was Jordan.
Yeah,
man. But let's get into it, man. So like, so I'm the host, man. Welcome, Jordan Jean-Louis, host of the Keep It a J podcast.
Hey.
I got my boy, special guest, man. Another special guest. We had another wonderful guest last show, Wade Simmons. He was AEW pro wrestling. Did that. He does mortician. Like he worked on like dead bodies. So like I was like, yo, like
the Undertaker.
he's mad cool because like he kind of like opened my mind up about like death because like, I was like obviously seeing like a dead body at a funeral, like people are scared, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was telling him, you know, we don't pick a time and date we're gonna die. We're gonna die eventually, but it's like, but he just like, you know, working with dead bodies and embalming that. He kind of like, yo, like, cause I asked him like, when you leave your ship, do you ever like had nightmares like about like seeing? He was like, no, cause like it's just like, you know, you have to cherish every moment, man. Like so. And then
Man,
he does filmmaking too, so like he's doing his thing in Chicago. So
that's
that
dope.
was my
That's
guest
dope.
last episode, but now I got another special guest, man, Skylar Ray.
Let's get it.
I mean, would you call yourself a local rapper in your area? Would you call yourself kind of like a big
I
rapper?
would say
Like underground?
these last few years I've definitely made some strides.
Okay.
Last year has been incredible. No, I don't want to talk down to anybody like local wise. We have so many dope rappers. We have rappers in Portland that are, I think,
mean,
personally
shoot,
doper than me. Doper
the
than me,
rapper,
right?
Dane's the rapper, right?
Right. But here's the thing. I feel like I put in a lot of work. And the brand has grown so much. So I don't know if it's really, I mean, I've been full time for the last 4 years. I don't know how many local rappers that are doing it in any city, right? You know, I wouldn't say I'm the most talented, especially when it comes to my city, but I have put in work and gotten the results. So, I mean, I'm a national touring artist.
Oh, so that means you're touring like every state.
We've been touring
mainly.
the country for the last few years, man. We even got a chance to open up for Kevin Gates' Spokane Arena.
What?
We've been able to travel outside the country. Last year we happened to get you know, we've grown, I think it was like 150,000 followers online, you know, and millions of plays. So, I mean, I would say, you know, shout out to everybody grinding. But I am very proud of the brand and how much it has grown. It's been an incredible experience for sure.
And before I forget, if y'all are tuning in on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, hit the post notifications. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And obviously, at the end of the show, we'll you know, Skylar and myself will drop our socials, so you know, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? But I forgot to add that little Cuomo in there.
No worries. Better late than never.
But yeah, I mean, last night, I mean, after I hit you up, I kind of like listened to your music, man. I listened to a credit for time served. I mean, I didn't get through the whole thing. I did the intro.
Oh no! You listen. Hey, listen. So anybody, you know, I keep all my old stuff up.
Okay.
Okay, all my old stuff is up. So
yeah,
what
well,
you
it's on Apple
listen
Music,
to,
so it's like
what you listen to is not very good.
I mean, it's like some
No.
of the songs, no, I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of the songs I've heard, like I'll listen to that a little bit of that. Now, a Spotlight with
Spotlight's
you
good.
and
Spotlight's
Kayla.
good.
How do you say her last name? Mulcahy. Okay.
So that's actually the first album that I'm actually proud of.
Okay.
So, and this is like, if anybody makes music or anything like that, I keep the old music up, right? Because it shows you the journey, right? So anybody's doubting yourself. I'm about to be 33 this year. Check it out. About to be 33 this year. Been doing music since 11 years old. You know, always dreamed of doing music since 9, but doing music since 11 years old. So if anybody is listening, I keep the old stuff up. That's why when you said credit for time served, I said, oh no. That's why I hate Apple Music, because for some reason, like, not all my releases, I don't think, are on there. Or at least it pushes like the older stuff, right? But all that stuff to me is cringe. It's so cringe. It's so, because here's the thing, I couldn't rap on beat for like 18 years.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that's the stuff that you heard was like, you know, or probably like 19 years. And it's like, I never had any success like that, right? I had like 40,000 plays total, like YouTube, all that stuff together. And then I met my fiance, right? Kayla Mulcahy.
Okay.
And yeah.
Girl in there.
Yeah. And so she started teaching me. And I remember we would hit the studio, right? I'd record something and she's like, that's not it. You can do better. And I trusted her heart and where it was coming from. I knew it wasn't on no like hater stuff, right? And so we were able to go in there and she kept challenging me. She's like, that's not it. You can do better. And then so she started cutting me and placing me, because I do all the mixing, right? But she started cutting me and putting me in place. And then
cutting your audio, like putting in like
cut my audio and putting me on beat and inside the pocket. There's a
Gotcha.
difference between rapping and then actually being in pocket and writing the beat, right?
Exactly.
And so she started doing that because I didn't have the ear. But then we went on tours and performed like 40, 50 shows under that Spotlight album that you heard,
Yeah.
and it started clicking. And now
Like,
I know when I'm on beat and when I'm not on, or when I'm off beat. But so I'm gonna send you some newer stuff too, because
okay.
I got some stuff I'm actually proud of. And I say that coming from 19 years of anything before that is like cringe to me.
See
People
that?
are like, oh, I listen to this, and I'm like, I had one person tell me, he's like, oh yeah, like he wanted me on this podcast. He's like, oh yeah, I seen that video with you on the beach, and I'm like, oh no, DKNTV is like a song that I released, and I was like, oh my god, no.
Yeah, because like when I mentioned like that album, you're like, oh man, oh no, but like like some of the songs that on that album when you're talking to your boy, like I guess on the intro
That's
when
my
you're
guy
talking to your boy on
AC.
the yeah,
Yeah,
like I mean, some
he
of the songs
recorded.
were
He
huh? Oh,
recorded his songs when he was in prison.
okay.
So he allegedly, right, had a
Mhm.
phone, and he would record. We had this program that I would give him, right,
Mhm.
software on his phone, and he would record his verses and send them to me, right,
Okay.
and then I would
Yeah.
try to mix them, but I didn't know what I was doing mixing back then. So, but the story of it, the moral of the story is, if you're not good at something but you love it, keep on going.
Keep on going. Yeah.
Keep on going, because these last 4 years have been incredible, bro.
Yeah. I
It's been
mean,
wild.
like. Yeah, because I mean, so well, I wasn't really aware of the Apple Music because I mean, obviously, I'm not an
Yeah.
artist like that. But I do podcasts, but I didn't realize like Apple Music doesn't really put out the new stuff. They kind of keep the old stuff there. But no, I mean, from what I heard, it was nice. It
Thank you,
reminded me of
man.
like, cause like back in the day, I used to listen to I don't want to get rappers mixed up. Paul Wall, I think was it Paul
Oh,
Wall?
Paul Wall, the white,
Yeah,
let me see them
it
girls.
kind of remind me. I kind of remind me of like that flow. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Thank
kind
you,
of like that.
man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
So in that kind of in that good you said that because like when I do podcasts and stuff like
Uh-huh.
I used to like before I went to my college. I did my podcast during the pandemic, and I wasn't getting no viewers. It was just me and myself, and
Yeah.
maybe my mom and dad, and like so then I added my boy that I met in
Yeah.
college, and I started getting more. You know, hey Jordan, Big J,
Yeah.
you did good. You had a good guess. I'm like, bro, no, it wasn't good, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I love doing podcasts, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's that drive. You know what I'm saying? Just like the music industry, you gotta
If you
have that.
love it, do it. Do it.
Because I feel like with podcasting, even with this podcast, my sports podcast, everyone is doing a goddamn podcast. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so as an artist, like how, I guess the next question is how. Well, I guess you answered my other question. Like, I would say, like, when do you start doing music? I guess
Yeah.
you, yeah, 11 years old. So
11 years old. 11 years old,
like straight
man.
from the womb, man.
Hey,
That's how you do
about
it.
20 years of doing it. Probably about 2021, 21, 22, probably, I guess now. I'm getting old. Getting older, I should say. But that's the thing, is it's a process, bro. Like, that's why it feels so good to finally break through. Because like
Yeah.
if you listen to my old stuff, like I wasn't naturally talented.
Mhm.
I wasn't naturally given. I know some homeboys that would, just like hop in there, been rapping like 5, 6 songs deep, and they would just smoke me. Like
Mhm.
probably even to this day. And it's crazy
Yeah.
because some people are given that talent. Portland has so many talented artists. But it's like there's so many people that are extremely talented from the get-go. And it's like, bro, I grinded 18, 19 years, never made a dime, was not good. Right. Me
Yeah.
personally, like I always had like good contests to myself. Well, not really, actually. The last 4 years, like the content, what I rap about has really changed when I got sober,
Mhm. Okay.
and so it's like what I'm about. Like now I more rap about my life stories of what I've actually been through,
Okay.
because as a kid, I was rapping about Lamborghinis and like cars and like all this stuff, but it's like I had to take the bus down the street. You know what I'm
Yeah. So
saying?
you're like rapping about non-true
I was
stuff. You know what I'm
lying.
saying?
Like I was rapping about
Yeah.
chains I didn't have. I was being a tough guy, talking about threesomes in the back of the club, and it's like, yo, I don't even have a
Bro.
girlfriend right
Oh,
now.
I'm fucking three bitches. Oh wait,
Yeah,
what
that's
bitches?
that's the thing. Like I'm some little kid, and it's like, but I rapped about what I heard, But now that I've actually have life experiences and got sober, I try to be as genuine as possible. And in my music, I try to put out like what I've been through, what my mistakes are. I be vulnerable, right? What I'm not good at. And you know, I try to put a positive message out there.
Mhm.
And so it's like I try to use my platform, and it's been incredible, man. I absolutely love it. So
So like what I well like I mean I ask every guest this like so like
yeah,
like when you're in school like elementary school, middle school, they ask you like what you want to be like
yeah,
as you want to be a everyone oh me I want to be an astronaut
yeah, yeah,
I want to be the president of the United States like
yeah.
was music on your mind like did you always want to be a music
Mu-
artist or like
Music has been on my mind since 1999. The first time I heard Eminem.
damn
I'll
I
tell
was
you.
I'm make me feel well I'm 25 I was born in 98 so damn I
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So first time I heard Eminem, right? And I heard it and I fell in love with it. Just because I've never heard. So first of all, I love rap,
mhm.
but my favorite genre is like a good singer. Or it's not even genre, but my favorite type of music. I love singers. When I was like 5, 6, I was running around with Usher My Way. I was running around with, you know what I'm saying?
Do you fuck with
All
The
these
Weeknd,
different
bro? The Weeknd, he's a good
I
singer.
like
The
The
Weeknd,
Weeknd. I
that's my
like The
dude,
Weeknd.
man. He's on
I
tour right
love
now
it.
in
There's certain
Mexico.
keys and stuff that I'll just repeat the same song. I could literally listen if I find a song I love, right?
Hmm.
I could listen to it for hours, the same song over and over, and I
Oh
obsess
yeah.
over like the sound and like, things like that. But when I heard Eminem,
Hmm.
it hit me different. I don't know why, but I felt his anger. I felt what he was going through. I've never heard anybody rhyme like that at that time and put words together. When he
Like
rapped,
so
I
fast.
actually could picture the whole entire story. It was like
Oh
watching a
damn.
movie, you know? And so like I felt like the way that I felt, I wanted to emulate that for others,
Mm.
right? I wanted to create music so when they listen to it, they felt that strong emotion.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me into it, And plus he was white and I was like, well, if white people can do it, I can do it.
Yeah. There's certain there's so. I mean, I guess you can say there's such a few good white like there's like Mac Miller,
Mhm.
rest in peace. There's
Yep.
Eminem.
Millies.
I mean, I guess you can kind of fit in 6ix9ine in there a little before we got into the whole
Yeah.
goddamn
Yeah.
racketeering. Like
Um,
he was that
what about Millies?
Millie.
He from Boston.
I never heard of
Hey,
him. No.
fly, bro. Super fly. I've been listening to him a lot lately. Cause he came through a couple times and I was kind of peeping him. I think he signed to Cassidy. No, Jadakiss. He signed to
Okay.
Jadakiss. And he's from Boston, but he came up here and we were even at like a video shoot that he did up here. Some artist around here was doing it, and I knew another artist that worked with him and got a song and did all that. So yeah, we were at the video shoot and I was like kind of listening to his music and stuff, and I was like, yo, he's filthy.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
dope.
so his name is Milly Millie
Uh
or
Millie.
Millie? Okay.
There's a Z in there. I know there's a Z in there. Yeah, Millyz.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you check him. He's in Boston.
He's from
Boston rapper.
Boston. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Massachusetts.
oh yeah. So like with the like I mean that's important because like you find people that kind of like when you're playing basketball like you want to model yourself after Kobe Bryant or Jordan.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yep.
same thing you did with music. You sound like they're like
Hey,
those pioneers. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So like you did like let's just get the dark like so you
yeah.
mentioned sober right? So like
Yep.
where were you? Um,
I was out there. I was out there tweaking and geeking, baby, moving and grooving.
Cause I tried. I think I looked up your name on Google and like I don't really listen to Google like that because like people
Yeah,
can change it around and shit.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I want to ask the source himself, like, cause they said you went through addiction and all that and
yeah.
stuff. Like, I mean, is some of that true? Is some of that
That's all
false?
true. That's all
Okay.
true. Yeah, I was out there rough, boy. I was out there 18 years old, um, homeless,
Mm,
shooting dope, smoking dope in the doorways, under bridges, eating in food lines. Like, that's my story. Straight addiction. Meth was my drug of choice, and it really took most of my 20s out. I was in and out of jail. Finally, ended up in prison. And it really took a lot from me. But I'm grateful that I went through it
mm,
because I got a chance to learn. I don't think I would be the man I am today if I didn't go through those hardships.
right,
And I
right.
would go through it 100 times over and over again for the simple fact that I'm able to use my experience and show others that it's possible to get clean and sober.
Yeah, because I mean, I know I'm in Jersey, you're in Portland. I'm not sure what the drug rate is and the crime rate, but it's
It's
like I
crazy.
be seeing TikToks and stuff like people be on that fentanyl, that that cocaine. I
We
mean,
we
me,
lose handfuls. We lose
all I
handfuls a
do,
week.
oh yeah, like all I do is weed, man. Marijuana,
Yeah.
that's it, man. And a little bit of Hennessy, man. That's
Mm.
it. But
Hey.
like, no, on some serious shit though. Like, people be
Yeah.
like we were in the party on the Discord like for 2K, and like we were saying how in Jersey or New York, and I think Bronx, they found like a whole bag of like
And
fentanyl
the
in the
kids
kids in the
daycare.
kids daycare. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck is going on, man? Like, I just don't get it, man. And like, I know, some people don't grow up with a father figure, a mother figure, and people, that's why I don't judge people, because like I don't know what, because I've grown up with good parents, but some
Mm.
kids might not
They
have,
never had that. They never had
um
that, bro. It's insane. We're losing, like, especially like down when like the pandemic hit. I was sometimes losing 2 to 3 people I knew personally a night to fentanyl.
that's
Like, I would
crazy.
log on and rest in pieces, and they're still there. I probably still lose probably like 3 people. I don't even know how I know anybody that's still alive. But I was
Yeah,
homeless for so long. I know everybody. Then you're in recovery, and then you meet people, and then people will relapse and die. So it's like I'm always, bro, handfuls of people. Like, I don't know. I probably honestly lose probably 2 to 3 people at least a week still that I know
man,
personally.
that's just like, I mean,
It's
especially like the Philly, Jersey, New York area, it's crazy, man. Like,
I heard Philly's off the
and
hook.
oh man, Philly's is. I saw one TikTok. There's some dude, like, I guess this dude goes around like different states and stuff, asks people like the homeless, and like
Yeah,
this dude's foot was like all like, oh my god, man. It's like
gangrene and yeah, that's
skin's
crazy.
peeling, man. But it's like, so when people, because addiction is a serious thing, and it's not
Yeah,
nothing to like mess with. So like, 'cause I know you're in the music industry, so like,
yeah.
what is like? Cause I know some people relapse. Like, what
Mm.
kind of like keeps you like, yo, I'm sticking on this one path. I'm not going down this path again. Like, what is it? Is it the music? Is it like, the
My
people
music.
around you, your circle? Like,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a good support. First of all,
that's important.
the
That's
main
important.
person in my life is my fiance,
That's
right?
important.
Great supporter. She's not in recovery, but she's an ally to those in recovery.
Okay.
And she's just amazing, right? Well, here's the thing. I got clean and sober for music, right?
Right.
So
Right.
if you
Right.
see the logo right here, it's a microphone with wings, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So right here, if you see it,
Oh,
microphone with wings.
nice. That's dope, man. We got my send me one, man.
Yep, yep. I'll send you some. I'll send you some. I got you. I'll send you a little care package.
Word.
But check it out. So I got clean and sober for music, and so the reason why my logo came there is because music saved my life. It's my guardian angel. So I
Mhm.
slapped some wings on a microphone. Right nowadays, I stay sober because the life that recovery has provided is, I refuse to give up. Right.
Mhm.
Being an artist, man, I'm around all types of stuff. We're performing everywhere. But it's just like I stay focused. I know what it's like, and I know that it ain't worth it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I know me personally, like I have no problem with people drinking. I have no problem with people doing whatever they do. I'm
Mhm.
actually very pro weed. I know there's a lot of good benefits and things like that. I just don't smoke it, right?
Got you, got you.
And here's the thing: it's like I know when I like to get high or be under the influence, I just use and use and use, no matter what it is.
Mhm.
And so it's like, with that being said, I try not to even get involved with anything like that. So
Got you,
yeah,
got
man, I
you.
just stay focused, bro. My dreams, my music, my passion. I lost so much time that I refuse to even give up anymore.
Yeah, so you just wanna just keep on going, keep on going.
Yeah.
So, like, you did, like, so, like, that's a good thing you mentioned, like, the tours. So, like, oh, well, first, before we get into that, like, because I don't really know about, like, booking
Yeah.
the studio and everything. Like, how's that process like, like, studio time, and like, you say you put, like, what, 40 hours in, you said that,
Yeah. Well,
earlier, so, like, what's that?
we got our own studio, right? We got our own
Okay.
studio. This is actually like the mixing session. We got the booth in there and stuff like that. But it's like, with that being said, I'm always on tour, always out there doing our things. I love it. I love it. It's fun to be able to travel. We try to keep busy, with that being, let me adjust this little light, trying to get a little bit better light for y'all.
Hey, hey, it's all good, brother.
All right. So with that being said, we actually it's fun, man. It being like self-employed, right? And trying to stay motivated sometimes could be a lot. As you know, we met on the games, right?
Yeah.
We met on the
Well,
games.
no, because
So
so from where how we met for the viewers, like, so I think I made a post like one of the NBA 2K, and
yeah.
I saw Skylar Ray. I'm like, okay, random. I don't know. But then
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw the blue check mark. I was like, oh shit, all right.
Uh-huh.
So he's famous, man. Cause I know some people are kind of
Hey.
like when you have that blue check mark. Some people are kind of selfish and they don't want to hit you back, whatever. But like, I was like, you know what? I got the big man. I
Yep.
freaking replied you. And I was like, yo, let's go to podcast, man. Like, it's crazy how we met, man, on Facebook. On
It
a
is
random
crazy.
post,
It is crazy.
man.
Well, that's the thing too. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people you can buy blue check marks nowadays, right?
Oh, did you
You
buy
could
one?
buy them. You could buy them. But this is how you know how they're real.
Mhm.
I got mine beforehand, and
Okay.
so every once in a while. So if you have your blue check mark, right? You can't change your picture, your default picture,
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
because
See, I
that's
don't.
what you got verified as. It's stuck there. So every
Mhm.
once in a while, I like to change my default picture so they know I didn't buy mine.
No. So like you bought it. So
I
you.
change it on them, so
Oh,
just in case anybody's ever wondering and see it, they
so how do
know if
you
you
like?
change
How
this
do you?
picture. Go
Yeah, like
ahead.
how do you earn it? Like how do you earn a blue check? Like you have to get followers and stuff. Like how do you?
Nah, so you have to have like a decent amount of reactions, followers. When there was a process when you sent it in, and they ask you like what are like if there are any publications of you, what have you done significant things in your thing, basically like what are your highlights,
Okay.
and I think you have to have like a strong enough SEO, and all that stuff. So when I was able to send a bunch of stuff, like I won like Portland Trailblazers award for Trailblazer of the Year here in Portland, which was given out. But shout out to DJ OG1, which is the Trailblazers of or the DJ of the Trailblazers. It's like I
Okay.
won that award. I won some other stuff. That's when we're on tour. We just got done touring with Afro Man, opened up for Kevin Gates, all these different things. So I had all these news articles and all this different stuff. And so I just sent all that in, and I think at that time, I think I only had like 30,000 something followers.
Mhm. Okay.
But I was
Oh,
moving enough.
only 30,000 followers.
Hey,
I only have like 1,000 followers, man.
hey, let's go.
Hey, something, man, but hey.
Hey, let's go. Well, at the time too on Instagram, I didn't know how to build my Instagram. So
Okay.
I was just uploading a picture of somebody wearing my merch, right?
Mhm.
And I kept uploading it every time somebody would send me a picture. So if you scroll to my Instagram and you go down probably like 400 or 500 posts, there's probably like 400 or 500 posts of people rocking my gear.
Oh,
Just
nice.
because like that's the brand and everybody sends it. So I was posting that, then I realized that I was losing a lot of followers because
Mhm.
people would follow me and they're like, who's this guy? Who's this girl? Who's this? And I realized that Instagram's not like Facebook. Facebook, I could always post people like we're rocking the gear, but
Yeah.
Instagram you can't because it's more like, picture
Kinda
based.
like yeah, got you.
So so I had to switch up how I did that. But when I had nothing but those pictures up of everybody rocking it. So when I sent it, I was like, you go to my Instagram, you can see hundreds of people rocking my gear. This is what
Yeah.
I've done. This is what I've done. And so that's how I got verified, to be honest.
Yeah, so, like, I guess same thing with Instagram because 'cause I'm trying to learn some advice on how to, like, I had 3 pages. My
Yeah.
one main one, that I had since, like, high school, then I had my podcast page, and I had this podcast page, so, like, is there any? Because I hate, like, putting my own money into a post to promote it.
Yeah.
Like, so do you just, like, if you have, like, a snippet of, like, a music video you wanna post on Instagram, like, you just, like, let it ride? Or do you, like,
I'm
invest
still,
into it?
I'm
Or you
still
just.
figuring out Instagram. I maybe
Yeah, me too as
gained
well.
like 5,000 followers in the last like year. Instagram's hard. Like Facebook, I could rack it up.
Yeah.
Some reason Facebook's my app. It works for me and who I
Yeah,
am, my
Facebook works for
personality.
anything. Yeah.
And so, you know, uh a lot of times I'll post a lot of stuff. I'll just try it out. I'll throw it up there. I mean, as long as it's genuine to who I am as a person, you'll meet your real target audience. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people will post stuff and try to win stuff over, but I think by being genuine and being yourself, then the real target audience, and that's another reason why I do the music I do, is because it's real to who I am,
Mhm.
right? I'm not the toughest guy. I'm not a ladies' man. I'm not this. I'm not hard, right? And so it's like by being myself, was able to establish a connection with people,
Mhm.
right? I was able to people listen to my music and they're like, oh, I could relate to that, or I go through the same stuff or have the same problems. Those are my flaws and my character defects as well.
Right.
And so with that, right, you're able to meet your real people, and you'll get real supporters, not just people who think that you have a cool song or like a good episode
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're talking about what they want to hear, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're doing a whole episode like crafted to one thing, you're gonna get listeners that specifically Googled that or looking for that search,
Got you.
right? Which of course your episodes are gonna be everywhere because you're interviewing different people. But
Yeah.
by being genuine, you might establish a real connection that they're interested in, other outside the topic they're looking for. And therefore, they're going to rock with you for multiple episodes. They're going to be there for the long haul, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Like my problem, I guess I'd be like sometimes like some people have short attention spans. Some people don't want to listen to an hour, 2 hour long podcast. But
Mhm.
like, I mean, I'm all for like, I like to talk, and like my guests like to talk. So like, I don't mind like spending
Yeah.
like 2 hour, 2.5 hours on the show, as long as it's good good
Yeah.
content. Just like you don't mind like putting out a 5 minute song. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's good. There's artists who like Kendrick Lamar who put out like 6-7
Hey, as
minutes.
long as it's flowing and going,
Oh yeah, exactly, man. So you said you opened up for Kevin Gates. Like,
Yeah.
so first, like, how did you get into that? Like, did he
So-
mention? Did you see your music or whatever?
no. Well, so it started out with I knew a promoter that was doing it, right?
Okay.
I know a promoter that was doing it, and I see him doing a lot of shows. And I usually don't like to don't like to reach out to people and ask for stuff, right?
Yeah.
But when I saw it was Kevin Gates, that's my app. So Eminem's my all time favorite, right?
Mhm.
But Kevin Gates is who I listen to. Like
Yeah,
every single day when I'm riding around, Kevin Gates is my favorite go-to. And so when I saw Kevin Gates' name pop up on there, I was like, I remember sitting outside and I looked at my lady and I was like, I think I'm going to message him. Right. And so I messaged the promoter,
Mhm.
and the promoter, we ended up working something out and we ended up getting on. Right. It was a real cool experience. Since then, like, I was able to meet Ron and all them. Didn't get a chance to meet Kevin Gates
Mhm.
just because the way it's set up is because of that whole case thing where the lady grabbed him and he kicked her, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
all
That
the artists,
okay.
so we each had our own back room, right? Our own little private room in the back of the arena. And when we went out, of course, we performed first. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The opener, yeah.
But when it came for Kevin Gates to get on, everybody got cleared out of their back section. Everybody besides his team. And everybody
wow.
was escorted out, because they couldn't have no one back there. And
Like
it
no,
was like a
like
probation or parole thing where a situation where the police had to escort him out to the stage
wow.
just because he can't have no one back there when he's coming from the stage. I don't know if that was probably part of his request as well, so he don't
Yeah.
deal with that in the future, people trying to grab on him.
Trying to grab on him. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I went like, what year was that? I totally forgot about that incident. Like,
I don't know.
was that a couple years?
I feel like that incident happened like 2017 or something like
Oh,
that. 'Cause
that
that was right before
yeah.
I went to prison. But when we opened up for him, I think like a year ago.
Yeah.
So, there was that. Yeah, it was last year we opened up for him because we were
So
on our
like, did
way
a
to recovery.
random fan grab him or a girl like that
I
he was
think
talking?
somebody front stage, like a fan. A
Wow,
fan
man.
grabbed
See,
him.
you-
And I think he like swatted her hand the first time, and then she kept grabbing on him, and I think he just booted her.
oh wow.
So
Like, have you ever like had anybody grab on you at a concert like that? Like,
yeah,
obviously, people
not
want to
really.
like shake your hand, dap you up a little bit, but
Yeah,
like,
not really. So a lot of the crowds we do are pretty, you know, respectful. I've done some other shows, but usually there's like a bar type, a
like
gate
a
right there.
barcade.
Yeah, a barcade, or like the shows that we normally do. Like, we pack out 250 people out here, especially for like shows that we're throwing, with like
Okay.
no headliners, like we're the headliners,
Yeah.
And a lot of those people, like they're in recovery, or like they're just respectful, or they know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Like,
you do like kind of like the small, like kind of small concerts, or
yeah, well, we booked out. We broke a few attendance records over here in Portland for like clubs, like 1823. I think we had like 260, 270. The place was just packed, right? But a lot of those people, and it's funny because it's like a club, like night scene, like drinks, bars, like
Mhm.
but at the same time, like most of those people were in recovery. And
yeah.
so it's crazy, but like everybody's respectful, man. And then we do like when we do our road to recovery tour, um, a lot of those events sometimes are private. We get booked from the private events. Like we perform at like rehab graduations. We perform at like treatment centers or recovery events around the country. But some of those are like private, and we've been booked for shows and flown out across the country and different things. And there's like 7 people there because it's like a private, like it's just for the patients inside the rehab.
In the rehab, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not allowed
Yeah.
to promote it. They don't promote it. They're just like, hey, we got
It's
like
kind
8
of it's
kids
kind of
here.
it's kind of like they're kind of like their treat, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they're kind of like
exactly.
their reward for.
And it's really cool to be able to get a chance to do that, and the fact that we're even trusted with all those people.
And the fact that you, at one point, you were that crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
That
were
was
in
me.
that crowd, and now you're like kind of rewarding them, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
that's
kind
that's
of
my people right there. That's my people.
awesome, man.
It's
So,
cool.
like, when you go on tour, do you go to tour, like, do you do like arena tours too, or do you do like small little
We've
club
done like theaters. We've done like a little theater
theater?
tour, like ballroom type stuff like that. We did that with like Afro Man and stuff like that. We performed, I performed like theaters, things like that. But when it comes to tours, a lot of times it's like either like the like theaters or like a bigger size club, or the treatment thing. So I've only been
Okay.
out of prison for like 4 years, so I just been moving and shaking.
Yeah, that's
You know.
so I guess we're talking about like the concert, like, or like the touring. So like, how did that process, like, how do you set it up? Like, is it like,
Oh,
because obviously, like me, like, I'm lucky to be interviewing you, because mostly when you're famous like that, or like you're big, like you mostly have to go to like your agent or whatever to
yeah.
get an interview. But so how's that? How does that work with like if you have an agent, and
Mm.
just like setting that up, picking the venue, picking the
Hey.
all that? Because like, I mean, I follow The Weeknd, right? And
Yeah.
like, I know he's he's
Yeah.
global, and like he sets up, like, he sold out like what 87,000 in UK.
Smashing it out.
And then people like people don't get like how hard that is, man. Boy, he used to do like the
It's
indoor,
it's
and now he's doing like
bro.
the football stadiums though. Like, so
Yeah,
that's hard. Like,
it's a
picking the
lot.
stage,
Yeah.
picking the. I, I know he's working with Mike Dean right now.
Mhm.
Like, I think that's a smart move. And like, so like, with a person who like just listens to the music, how is that process, like setting that up, like getting
Yeah.
the stage crew, getting all that, you know what I'm saying? Because
So it's crazy. So it's like especially with like the Road to Recovery tour, right? Um Me and my lady are completely independent. Completely independent, no labels. We book our own stuff. We record our own stuff. We do all our own mixing. My lady does the music videos. We do our own product. Like, and what I mean is like she does the designs, we press it up, I sell it, we do all of our own marketing, all of our own booking. We're
oh wow,
completely independent,
okay,
right? So we're a 2-person team. And so when it comes to like doing shows, right? And booking tours, I literally now we're getting a lot more people. Like, this was year 2. This is our second year of doing a Road to Recovery tour, which I think we're like 28 stops in on this tour. We got 2 left. We were just out in Brooklyn. We were
what?
just out in Connecticut. We went down to Elephant neighborhood.
Oh,
Dumbo.
Dumbo?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We're down there.
my girls, or my brother's girls, they're like, she's in that area, Brooklyn, like
Okay, yeah, yeah. We just had a little pizza, a little ice cream, went around, all that
I think
stuff.
like Fort Green area, Fort
Yeah, yeah.
Green,
We
like
were all
Dumbo.
down there, right? We were at Bristol at the ESPN
Oh
at the
yeah.
headquarters. We actually got to go inside and on the sets and stuff. I'll send you pictures. But
That's
to go
dope, bro.
back to how we booked it all, right?
Yeah.
I book it. I do all the booking. I do all
Okay.
the booking. Now that it's year 2, there's a lot more people that hit me up and book us and heard our music or a movement and is like, hey, can you come out here? So now it's about 50-50. They book me or I book it, right?
Mhm.
But the first year, bro, literally pick states, pick cities, and Googled venues, Googled like bro. I'd put a goal on myself and 200 calls a day.
Man, like, it's
200
like
calls a day.
calling the
Cold call.
stadium,
Cold
or
call.
calling.
Hey, who's this? Da da da. All right, my name is Skylar Ray. This is what we're doing. This is the tour. So many people, bro. I would call sometimes days to get one booked. I would keep track of leads. I would keep track of appointments, callbacks, and then finally we had about like 30 plus stops booked. And I was like, yo,
Crazy.
let's go. We bought our tour van. Nothing crazy. It's just like it's like a you gotta imagine like we're everything we buy ourselves. Like we're
Mhm.
independent, bro. When I got out of prison, I had nothing. I don't come from a wealthy family. We don't
Yeah.
we don't. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out, I said, what am I good at? I'm good at selling things. Obviously, that's why I
Okay.
went to prison, right? Obviously, it
Yeah.
wasn't too good or I got caught, but I knew how to make money. So when I got out, I bought me a box of 100 t-shirts, bro. 100 t-shirts, slap this logo on it right here, and just moving. I think now I think we're close to or over. Hold on, let me pull it up right now.
Yeah, I've been
We
trying to
close-
sell like it's my podcast shirt. I'm trying to sell it, man. I didn't sell it, man. Like
it's hard to get it going. It is hard to get it going. Hold on, I got
people
to.
will sell like how to like if you're trying to get the design, like some people try to like 25 per shirt. I'm like, bro, like it's like 10
Hey,
shirts.
so we've sold over. I got the exact number: 13,547 shirts and hoodies
That's you have in
in
stock.
the last
Oh, like you
3
sold.
years. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
probably about since I've been about 4 years.
40, okay.
13,547 shirts are hoodies. That's individual hoodies. That's not how much we made, but like 13,000 of these. Not
Wow.
obviously these. This is Nike, right?
Oh,
But you know what I'm saying. But
yeah.
that's how we get it. So it's like
Yeah.
when we've got these tour dates, you know, we went and got the van. You know, and it ain't like some big tour bus or big tour van. It's literally like a old like Ford. Well, it's not old, but it's like a Ford long one, right? 16 passenger. We put a queen size bed in the back. We got that,
Okay.
and we just hit the road, bro. Hit the road.
It's road tripping.
Being independent, you got to figure out. Okay,
That's
when you make that jump, right?
it.
When you make that jump full time, you got to really look at your expenses. You got to really look at what's costing you. Okay, if I'm going to be full time, man, that means I got to pay for the studio every time I go out. Damn, then I got to pay for music videos. Then I got to pay for someone to do my merch. And we're like, you know what? Bought our own studio, got our own studio, dump some money into that. Then we got our own film equipment, right?
So like when you go on tour, like do you have, like some people kind of maybe have like their kind of maybe a little half made studio in like their little van,
Yeah.
like
We,
do you
we,
have
we,
like how do
we,
you?
we can if we want. We have the ability to.
Okay.
You know, like when we went to Hawaii for a month,
Okay.
we had a few shows up in Maui and we stayed up there for a month last year. It's like we brought our portable studio with us.
The portable. Yep.
Yeah, and we just had it hooked up. So it depends on the situation. A lot of times you're moving so fast on tour that it's literally like, especially us, it's like it's just me and my lady.
Mhm.
So it's like we got a 16-hour drive and it's a show the next day. It's like we're grinding and then taking stops and then maybe passing out in the back for an hour and getting up and driving. So there really isn't too much time like that. You're on the go.
You're on the go.
You know, maybe once we get big enough and have a tour bus and everything's like padded out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the goal, man. That's the goal, bro.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but
So like yeah, no. So like do you like when you go tour, like do you have like a stage name or do you just go by like Skylar Ray or
I
like
go by Skylar Ray. So my real name is Skylar Ray Davis.
okay.
So I go by my first and my middle name, right?
Skylar Ray. Okay.
Ray has been also my dad's middle name, and then he got that from his godfather, right? And so I
Right.
kind of passed that, or it's been passed down to me. So I like Skylar Ray. It's kind of I used to go by Schizo. That's what I was called on the streets and things like that. But I go by Skylar Ray just because as I made that jump to who I am, when my music became actually about me, I wanted to be very transparent. Who is this guy? He's Skylar Ray. There's nothing hidden. There's no, you know, nicknames, nothing like that, right? So it's very just upfront. My lady, Kayla Mulcahy, that's actually her name as well. And she didn't want a name. And so I was like, Kayla Mulcahy and Skylar Ray, let's go.
It's like Bonnie and Clyde, man.
Yeah,
Like, you know
let's
what I'm saying?
go.
Like, and that's smart because I mean I know I keep on missing my boy the Weeknd because he's smart because like the way he markets himself, like
so
he's the
smart.
Weeknd, but I think
I
he
remem-
said that.
I remember when he first came out. Well, not when he first came. I'm sure he's been grinding way longer than that.
Like
But I remember when he first started getting popular, at least when he came on my radar, right?
Yeah.
No one's seen a picture of him. And
Yeah,
no one's seen
yeah.
a picture of him, and it was blowing up. It was very, very, very smart marketing There was a
Yeah.
song released that started getting popular, but no one knew who it was from. They thought it was like a secret artist under a secret
Yeah.
name. They thought it was Drake. If I remember right, they thought
yeah,
it was
that's
Drake.
yeah,
And then
because
he
I think
released
the
another
Drake.
song and it kept getting
Yeah,
buzz. Remember that?
yeah, that's smart because he never like you say, like you never saw his face. You just heard the voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they're
And
like, that's
like
gotta be Drake. And then he finally came out to who he was after he blew up, became famous or like really well known before anybody knew what he looked like.
yeah, and
Because that
now I
speculation.
mean, because I do follow him like that, like on Instagram, and he's smart because like now he's like from now on I'm only going as my name, Abel Tesfaye, like
Yeah. Yeah,
so.
it's crazy, bro. But I like it. I like it. I remember when he first blew up though, or not blowed up. Sorry, I don't like saying that because of the artist. I know how hard you work. People are like, oh, they blew up overnight, and it's like, bro, I've been
Yeah.
grinding for like 20 plus years.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's tough, bro. It's tough. But people when you're trying to get in that industry, you have to be smart to how you market yourself. Like,
Have to.
like do a stage name. Do you want to be? Do you want to have like an alter ego, or do you want to
Yeah.
be yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like Drake, his name is what? Aubrey Graham.
Yep.
What Drake?
Little
You know what I'm
Aubrey
saying?
Graham.
Like people know him by Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Do
cool,
right,
man.
kill everything.
So okay. So like how like that whole like like the basketball talk, like the GOAT talk, like Jordan, LeBron, Kobe.
Yeah.
So as this is, I just thought of this like as you were talking, like in my brain, like a question, like so if you're at a dinner, right? Like I said to dinner,
Yeah.
and you had to pick your like music artist to learn from, then pick
Yeah.
from, like pick their minds. Who would you choose, man? Like if you had, well,
Yeah.
let me see.
So
How many people are at the table? I think. All right, who's your Mount Rushmore? Who'd you have at your table?
okay, so
It's
Mount
kind of on a flag
Rushmore.
question.
There's 5 people, right? 5 people?
Well,
Or 4,
four,
5.
four. So like Mount Rushmore.
That's okay. Well, you got to. Okay. Well, first of all, Eminem.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Just because absolutely love the dude. Second of all, I would probably pick Lil Wayne.
Okay.
So
Probably
longevity,
one of the
super
best
talented.
lyricists.
I went through my Lil Wayne period, right?
Oh, everyone did.
Um,
Blunt blowing, polo jaw showing.
yeah. So, and then I would probably pick.
So Eminem, Lil Wayne.
I,
Okay.
I'm not. I'll be honest. Anybody listening, don't hate it. I know you from over there. I'm not a big fan of Jay-Z, but I would have him at that table.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his old shit. You know what I'm saying?
So I would have him at that table because
Mm-hmm.
I understand what he does business wise. And it's another one, longevity, right? And I respect what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Like how we started with the Kobe thing. I wasn't a big Kobe fan when he was living. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
But I respect what he's done and I realize who he is. So that's the same thing. So we got Eminem, we got Lil Wayne. I would have to put Jay-Z there
Jay-Z.
because I would
So
like to
y'all-
learn the business,
business.
And then it would probably be a toss-up between Dr. Dre or P. Diddy because of business,
He did.
you know. So I'm looking at the business mind. I'm looking at how can I build this empire, and these are people that have done it. First of all, 2 great artists up there, but I would love to, sit down with Kevin Gates as well. He's an honorable mention. Honorable mention.
Some people, like I've been seeing the recent posts. Like some people think he's weird, man. The way he does, like does some weird. But that's him, man. That's him.
Hey, everybody, he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we're all weird in a way. I just think he's not afraid to be his true self.
Yeah.
A lot of people think he's weird.
Obviously, social media, like people are gonna say their shit. You know what I'm saying in the comments, but it's like some people are like, "Oh, what are these dudes are freak?"
He makes some crazy statements, but I absolutely love it. I love who he is, and I love his music, and I think I'm rooting for him. So I embrace it, man. I think he says a lot of crazy stuff that goes viral. Which could be good for the brand, and it fits his brand because that's who he is. So I think it makes sense. But yeah, that's my Mount Rushmore, man.
So you got Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z,
Dr. Dre,
Jay-Z,
and then Dr. Dre or P. Diddy.
Yeah. I mean, like, what about Kendrick Lamar? Man, you talking about him? One of the greatest.
I like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
he's
but he's one of the artists that's like I like him, but it's like The Weeknd, man. He drops like every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
I like
every 5 years.
Mad City. That was when I was out there. That was one of my favorite albums. Is Mad City.
Yeah.
Well, to me, he's a lot of times he's like Eminem, right?
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I used to listen to Eminem all the time, every single day. But nowadays, I'm not listening to Eminem every day because I truthfully feel like he gets better like wine, right?
Yeah, he gets like
Eminem's
he's like
music
fine
gets better
wine.
like
Yeah.
wine. I think he's way more talented now than he used to be, and I think he makes phenomenal music. But to me, I'm not at the same place, so it doesn't have as much replay value to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So that's why I listen to Kevin Gates a lot. Like I replay the same songs, replay this. So it's like the same thing with Kendrick Lamar. You listen to it and you're like, ain't nobody touching him. He's
Yeah.
super great. Like he's a GOAT. But me personally, there's not much replay value.
Yeah, because like it's like he's already one of the goats. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
And
it's like
that's the thing. And that's no
yeah.
shade to him.
No,
No
no.
one can really touch him. But it's just not much replay value for me. And it's the same thing with Eminem. He's my all-time favorite, but his new music doesn't have that as much. But yeah. So
Man, I mean, like I remember that it wasn't a brawl, but like the little back and forth with MGK and Eminem, like that was
yeah.
funny. As like Eminem bodied him, man.
Hey, Eminem does his thing.
Yeah, man.
Eminem is
Like
my
I would
top
not.
the best pen in the game, I think personally.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my Mount Rushmore. Man, that's a hard one. I mean, I'm probably gonna go Eminem,
Okay.
kind of like the OG.
Yeah.
Aside from one, two will probably be below Wayne because like I actually saw him when I was like, well, on his America's Most Wanted tour.
I love Wayne. I love
Yo,
Wayne.
yeah, he's probably one of the best lyricists. All right, that's two. Three, man. I've been bumping Kodak Black, man. Like
I love
mean,
Kodak.
I know.
Shout out to
See,
Kodak.
I know that he's been like in and out of prison and stuff.
I don't even care. I love Kodak Black.
But it's like, yo, he like I'm 25, so like I'm like he's like that generational, like obviously people don't really understand what he's saying in his lyrics, but it's like, yo,
I slap Kodak Black.
I slap Kodak Black. Yo, people don't really
Bro.
like, oh, he's a thug. I'm like, all right, bro, he's from Pompano Beach. I mean, obviously, like, so I'm gonna have to put Kodak Black on there, man, as like the lyricist, not for business.
Who was the last one?
All right, so it's Eminem, Lil Wayne,
Kodak.
Kodak. So that's three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Four. Man, bro. I'm thinking so many OGs like Tupac, but he's not really here anymore. Like Biggie.
Yeah.
So I gotta think of like a business mogul.
Yeah. Well, he's saying Mount Rushmore, so Mount Rushmore could be anyone.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go. Man, that's hard.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be hip hop.
I think that going J. Cole, man, because he's a lyricist too. But like, so my fourth one will probably be. Damn, bro.
That's hard, huh?
My fourth one is hard, man, because it's like I might go MJ, Michael Jackson.
All right, fair enough.
Even though it's not hip hop, but hey, man,
go. I'm telling you right now, like that's great. Like my favorite music to listen to is singers. I just know more about hip hop because that's what I do.
I was gonna say Sade. I mean,
okay.
She's like that low, like smooth operator, like
hey.
yeah. But yeah, man. Let me see. I mean, what else did I not cover? Because I want to keep you from your time. Let's see.
Oh, you good, man. You good. Don't worry. We're just chopping it up.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of we talked about some NBA. Like, oh yeah, so like, what things like obviously you play 2K on the road, I guess. So like, what things do you do like that? Like besides me, like what are your hobbies? Other than
man, I love traveling.
Oh yeah,
traveling. I absolutely love that. I love animals.
Okay.
Like dogs and things like that.
Do you own one, or do you own animals?
Nah, not yet. I'm looking at. I want to get an English bulldog, man.
Okay.
I want to get an English bulldog. But I also love sun, water, beaches.
Oh yeah, the tropical.
I love food. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love food.
That's a good point, because like what I mean, Jersey, we're known for the pizza, the bagels. Like
you guys are.
I think so. I mean, is that a debate?
I got a place over here named Jazzy Bagels, bro.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, what is like the staple Portland? If I want to go to Portland, what's the main like
like
a lot
Maryland, of breweries.
Like Maryland's crab, Maryland's crab, right? Like New England, chowder and stuff like that. Like
we're pretty all over the place, but our food carts. We have some of the best food carts in the country. I think we actually won #1 city for food carts.
I heard LA in California, they got the
LA got some nice stuff. LA got some nice stuff, right? But Portland, We have a lot of pizza, things like that. There's a lot of like breweries, if that makes
Okay,
sense.
like
Like
beer,
alcohols, like
Al-
IPAs, things like that.
IPA. Nice,
We're
nice.
really known for that. Also, strip clubs.
Oh,
I
you're
don't
known
go
for
to them.
them.
I don't go to them, right?
Okay.
But we have the most
But how do you?
strip
Well, how
clubs
do you
per
know? Well, how do you know, man? How do you know? You know?
because
And
they are
I'm not trying.
everywhere. Hey,
I'm not.
you go downtown, there's like 2, 3 on one block.
Oh
Just the
yeah.
whole downtown, like we have the most per capita in the
Okay.
entire country for strip clubs.
I thought that was
Um,
Jersey and New York, man. I thought, to be honest,
Yeah,
they're the one every block you turn on to, man.
every single one. They literally, it's so wild. But yeah, no, I would say some good pizza, man. We got a few people throwing it down with the wings over here.
Okay, the wings.
I like
Okay.
some good wings, yeah.
But Portland, they
Um,
don't really have a staple like food. Like I mean, I can look that up real quick. Like,
yeah, look
I
it
mean,
up,
what
look it
there's,
up, look it up, and I'll
I'm
tell you
trying,
if it's cap or facts.
I'm trying to know. Portland's. So is it
What?
Portland, Oregon?
Yeah, what food is Portland, Oregon? Don't be pulling up Portland, Maine.
Oh no,
The
Portland,
Maple
Oregon.
Bar at Voodoo Donuts. Yeah, that is true. I
Uh,
guess we're really known for Voodoo Donuts as well.
so when it comes to food, Oregon is known for blueberries, huckleberries, so all the nuts and berries, man.
Yeah, I guess we're Northwest. I guess they try to put that, but no one's like, let's go get some huckleberries. Like if we're in Portland, you might order some or grab some at like the farmers market. Portland is
So your thing is a state nut. Like so, Oklahoma is their state nut is a hazelnut.
don't you ever disrespect my city, you heard?
Portland's
With those
trash,
little
man.
state nuts.
I feel, I mean, so Portland's. I mean, I heard the Portland so it's booming, man. Like it's just up
It,
top,
it,
but like
it's nice.
there's some cool spots in Portland.
I like it. I like it, man. The city's kind of going through an uproar right now. Well, I feel like it's winding down a little bit, but addiction is running rampant. Every drug is illegal here. Every drug is legal. So you can literally get pulled over or get stopped, and
Oh, they
as
didn't
long as
legalize
it's under a
marijuana yet.
certain limit, you can get
Oh,
caught
okay.
with like meth, heroin, and not get in trouble as long as it's under like a certain limit, right?
Oh,
They
wow.
literally just like so a lot of people like the homeless is really bad over here. Drugs are crazy. Um, it's kind of out of control. The homeless population is always been huge. People like you walk downtown, you walk down the streets of Portland, there's tents everywhere. Like people just sleeping on the sidewalks, like it's insane, right? But with that, it's it's pretty awesome, man. It's like a little city with a big city feel. I think we have
Yeah.
like 800,000 people here. Close to 1 million people population in Portland. We got the Portland Trailblazers. So we have
Yeah.
a soccer team.
Oh,
So it's like we
yeah.
have major sports teams here,
Mhm.
and all that stuff. So I like it. It's so hard to get around, bro. Like the traffic
Oh,
is
really?
so full, bro. We got
Man.
stuck the other day coming out, and we were literally on one side of the parking lot. It was just outside of Portland, but all the traffic traveling through, right? Like one of the neighboring cities, right? And it literally took us like an hour and a half to 2 hours to go from one parking side of the parking lot to the other one. Like it was so bad traffic. You could sit in it for hours.
That's here in Jersey too, man. It's like there's
It's
certain
wild.
times you need to go out, like like on the Parkway.
You're like,
Like,
hell no, I ain't leaving right now. We going to like 7 or
yeah,
8
I mean,
tonight.
there's certain I mean, there's certain times here like you have to like the morning time people are going to work. You know what I'm saying? So like between like 10, 11 a.m., 10, that's when it's free.
Yeah.
Now when it's like 4 or 5 p.m., 6 o'clock, that's like people getting off work. So it's like you got fucking New York fuckers coming
Yeah.
in and fucking.
It's so I couldn't even imagine. I know New York's
and New
off
York
the hook.
drivers, man. Oh, well, I don't know if when you were in Brooklyn, like I don't know if you drove around or whatever. Or, like,
We did. Shout out to Coach Trips. I just had to plug him in there real quick. My guy, Coach, he's the one that got us into everything, right? But he picked us up, right?
yeah,
Black car service, and he picked us up from the moment we got there, and he drove us around, bro. He was absolutely amazing. So if you in the Brooklyn area, Manhattan area, Bristol, Connecticut area, right? New Milford, all that, make sure you go book with Coach Trips, right? He picked us up literally like he had the Cadillac, the massage chairs, the TVs. He chauffeured us around everywhere. He'd pop out here with his camera. Get right here. Take this picture. Take this picture. We even went out
Mhm.
and went to go get some ice cream, dropped us off to get ice cream. And he's like, hit me up when you guys are done. When we came back, he had flowers for my girl in the seat. He had fucking chocolates, bro. It was
That's dope,
top
bro.
notch service. So if you want to cruise around Brooklyn, Manhattan, any of that area, Connecticut, make sure you look up Coach Trips on Facebook.
Coach
This man,
Trips.
black car service is amazing. We had it for like the whole 5-day service, the whole time when we performed at a festival in Connecticut.
Mhm.
And
Oh, so he like is it the same driver? Or like do they like different
well,
drivers
they have multiple different drivers, but we had the same
Okay.
driver the whole time.
the whole time?
It was cool, man. We even got a chance
Okay.
to meet his family, bro. Meet his family. We went out to dinner with his family. We got a chance to meet the kids. We got a chance, like, it was top notch. So I've never been so spoiled. So Coach Trips, I had to
That's
plug
dope,
him.
bro.
I had to plug him.
Wait, is that his name or is that the website? Is that
That's
Coach
what they
Trips?
are on Facebook.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
Yep.
look them up, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, like with Dumbo, like if you were near the water, like across the
We
water,
were.
there's like the first take, because first take they really shoot like ESPN, like with Stephen A. Smith across the
Mhm.
water, like they're in Seaport, so like near that's on Manhattan side though. So it's
Yeah,
like,
we did it on the Brooklyn side, right next to the little Ferris wheel.
yeah.
You know, the little Ferris wheel. They got that, or not the Ferris wheel. I'm sorry. They had the horses that go around.
Bro, I was just there like this summer, bro, because I know my brother wanted me to show the Virgil Abloh.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's there anymore. I don't know if when you were there, it was like an big ass orange like statue, but it wasn't really him. But it was like kind of like symbolizing like Virgil because like he's passing, so like it was like that.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah,
there was,
yeah.
like, the little
Off-white
building.
Virgil, right? Off-white.
Yeah,
Off-white
off-white.
Virgil, the
Yeah,
designer.
but it was like an orange type of statue.
Okay.
Like in memory of him. Yeah, I've been there, man. I was there like. I hate walk because like my brother's girl, she lives like a few blocks from there, so we walk sometimes.
Yeah, we were over at the Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Yeah, we passed that like when we walk in that path, we passed like that that FBI where they held El Chapo at. Like
Yeah.
that's in Brooklyn too, as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, man, if you're ever down here, man, let me know. We can chill. We can kick it back.
I will.
Man, for sure,
I will.
bro.
We gonna have to. Hey, we went to Front Street Pizza. You ever been there?
No, I haven't, but I know. If you're in Brooklyn near like Fort Greene area, there's this place called I feel like Chinese food. It's like a place called Thai-holic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at the pictures right now.
Yeah, they have like this like fried rice, like crab in it. It's mad good, bro.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah, I love being
Thai-holic.
able to get out and like try different foods, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like we're in Boston, we went seafood. Horrible experience. We had this crab, bro, this lobster. We were in Boston, right? What
Yeah.
were we in Boston for? Was it for show? Oh, we flew out to Rhode Island and then we shot a video in Massachusetts. So we were out there, bro, and I had this lobster and it was nasty. It was they opened it up. I never had lobster before, and we're on tour and stuff. We're traveling, and I was like, baby, you want your own lobster? I was like, I never had one, so we got our own. And they opened it up, and it had all the green and all the guts, bro. It was so gross.
Damn, I mean, I'm big on. I mean, I like shrimp. I like all of that because I mean, I lived in Maryland like half my life.
Yeah.
So I was like crab, jumbo lump crab cakes, jump like the actual real authentic crab meat in that bit, like big.
We got good seafood over here in Portland.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've heard, man.
It's right next to the water.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, but before we get out of here, man. So like, I know you mentioned like you had a couple like new. Like, do you have any projects coming up? Like a new album coming out like before the end of the year.
Indeed.
Like, so I could be like Drake, kind of like postpone every gut. Like, you're gonna be like, oh, it's coming out. Oh no, never mind.
Nah, man. I when I first got out, I dropped like 6 albums in a matter of like 3 years.
Oh wow.
But this next album is real special. It's called Burnside, right?
Burnside
is the street. Burnside Street, right?
Oh, okay.
'Cause that's where all my addiction and homelessness went on down the Burnside Bridge, downtown Portland, Oregon. That's where I was homeless at. And so it's called Burnside. It probably ain't coming until next year. I have no release date on it because I'm taking my time. But October 6th, this upcoming Friday, me, King Handsome, Kayla Mulcahy, myself, we're releasing a song called On My Own. It's a really dope song. October 20th, we got another song coming out. Me, my guy, and NK. We got a track going out. And I got releases for the next at least two a month until the end of the year. in
So,
the
like,
next
kinda
4 or 5
like
months.
teasing the fans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those songs are gonna be, like, on the album for next year, like, just
Yep.
kinda like bringing it on
Oh yeah,
again?
yeah. I'm gonna be releasing singles just because as an independent artist,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
don't have the millions of dollars to put in a promo.
yeah,
I like putting individual songs out, and then you throw it on the album with a couple new songs. But that way, because when you drop an album, right, and unless you got millions and millions of fans,
yeah.
right, songs get overlooked. But
They
you put
do.
your heart and soul into it. No one's really listening to a full album anymore unless you're like their favorite artist.
Right, right.
And so I like to drop each song and give each song a couple weeks of love. You
So,
know?
when you drop a song, like, that's another question, like, when
Mhm.
artists drop a song, like, like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna release next." So say, for example, you're gonna send a
Yeah.
song for, like, next Friday, right? And, like,
Mhm.
you're trying to, like, to mix the beats, make sure everything's right. Like, what's the process of that? Like, you just, like, it's, like, one button you press, like, because, like, for me, for, like, my
The mixing
podcast.
or the
Well,
uploading?
no, well, I'm saying, like, when, like, you're done, you wanna put it out
Okay.
there. So, like, for me, so I used to do audio, right? From audio podcast, and, like, what I
Yeah.
did, I had, like, a podcast, like, host, and, like, I'll put, like, the URL, whatever, and then I can set a time, like, "Hey, like, this date, put it out
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock." Is it like that? You have, like, a music host? You just
It is like that. I do distribution through DistroKid. It's very user
okay, yeah,
friendly.
distribution, that's what's up, yeah.
It's very helpful. You put it up there, you put the artist that you're rocking with,
Yeah,
and you can pick the date, you put the album cover up, and then it distributes it to all the stores.
all the stores, okay.
All like the online stores, things like that. So it's basically like the same thing. It's like every platform has their thing, kind of like YouTube, you upload to here. But yeah,
Yeah,
you could pick the date, set it up for pre-sale, pick how much, pick the snippet you want it to show, like on like TikTok or like,
exactly.
other streaming services.
Got you.
So it's pretty
Yeah,
easy.
it's crazy how, like, the whole, like, streaming music, like, it's like it used to be like LimeWire, like
I
SoundCloud
remember
was like,
LimeWire. I
oh my
remember
god,
LimeWire.
like with the whole like iPod Nano
Every
and
song you
everything.
downloaded on LimeWire, it would be like that Bill Clinton one. I did not give consent or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Man, it's just from that to like Apple Music to Spotify. It's like there's so many different platforms you can like put your stuff on, like SoundCloud.
we're so
Like,
blessed as consumers. We're
yeah,
so
man.
blessed. It has never been easier to be able to sit on your couch and you could load up like HBO Max, Netflix. You could load up like all these different platforms. Same thing with music, right? All these streaming
Yeah,
devices,
like
literally every
I
song.
yeah, like Apple Music, Spotify.
Yeah,
What
we
else?
pay
Like
for
Amazon,
Spotify, so
like
but it's like you get every single album from every single artist. At least that they put up that way.
yeah.
I know Kevin Gates released some stuff that's not on Spotify and stuff like that.
I used to
Um,
use that piff. Like that used to
yep.
be the
All the
one.
mixtapes.
All the
Uh-huh.
mixtapes, all the like the like what was Lil
Trapaholics.
Wayne's, like what was that's too, like
Yo,
what was
where'd you
Lil Wayne's
find this one at?
yo, where'd you find this?
DJ
Uh
Whooville.
right. Like what was that mixtape that Lil Wayne dropped? Dedication.
Dedication. Bro,
Yeah, that was it.
that's when I was gotten to really Lil Wayne. I went from like Eminem to Lil Wayne when he started dropping all those mixtapes.
Mhm.
Insane, bro. It was just mixtape after mixtape. And Lil Wayne's one of the very few artists that I could actually listen to and laugh out loud so hard at a punchline. And just be like, oh, laughing.
Yeah,
That's
man,
why I
like
respect it, because it's like that man is talented.
that man, people don't really, obviously, like, kind of like people say he kind of fallen off because like his old shit is all like that's like every artist, like
Every
their
artist
old
supposedly
shit is,
falls off.
you know what I'm saying? Like their old
Yeah.
shit better than the new shit. But like it was just, I mean, they got the Carter 5, Carter 3, but it's like Lil Wayne, like like Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, the pioneers of like
Man.
lyricists. The way Eminem can put a bar and like spit like
And his double and triple entendres too. It's crazy because it's like when I first started listening to Eminem, he was a lot slower rapping. He didn't really do the fast rap.
yeah,
Because
like
I'm
this
talking
song Berserk. Oh
like
my god.
98, 99, like Slim Shady EP, Slim Shady LP, things like that.
Yeah, my favorite song by Eminem was "My Tea's Gone Cold on One Day." Like
Wondering
Dear
why.
Slim, but no, like
Stan,
that song.
Stan.
Like as I know, yeah, Stan. Like when I was as
Yeah.
a kid, I was like, all right, this is a good song. But like as I like got older, I listened to it. Like it exactly was a fan and trying to get to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that's the
he had like a
Marshall's
story in the
LP
song.
right there.
Like
Yeah. Well, that's the thing
yeah,
is I think a lot of people say people fall off because listen, when they get really popular, right?
mhm,
Obviously, the popularity is going to shift and change because either you grow as an artist or what you rap about is not really as relevant to the connection of your listeners.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so a person will listen to it. A lot of people are strong-willed and opinions. People like online, like, oh, he fell off. It's because when they connected with that artist, they really, really, really liked them. And either that artist isn't in the same spot no more, or the listener's not in the same spot no more. So therefore, they don't have that connection, right? Like I used to listen to Eminem, only Eminem, obsessed over him. Nowadays, I don't listen to him as much because he doesn't have replay value for me, especially like his newer stuff. But when he drops an album, I'm like, ain't nobody touching this. He's getting better each album. You could recognize that, but I think that's why people are like, oh, people fell off.
Yeah, and and also like as an artist, because I keep my having questions pop up.
You
But
good? You good?
as an artist, like like say like you want to put out a project or like an album, say like next Friday, right?
Yeah.
That's the 12th, whatever, or
The 6th.
8th.
Next Friday's the 6th.
The 6th. So like, say if you have but like say like Drake's gonna drop an album, like
Yeah.
but you like a much more like well known, like how is that like kind of like stressful, like hey I want to put this out now but like oh I gotta give that artist
there's certain days I recognize there's certain days like that. As an artist, I know like right now where I'm at, I'm not competing with no one like that. So I don't stress
So you
it
don't have
like
to worry
that.
about that,
Plus
yeah.
I have my own audience that's really, really strong and like my people show up like crazy. So I don't worry about that, but I do worry about holidays. I do take in days of the week, consider it.
Okay.
Like if holidays coming up, ain't no one getting like if I want first day numbers, I'm not gonna drop something on Thanksgiving. Everybody's with their family. No one's having out their phones like, oh, let me tell my grandma and great uncle and Uncle Ronnie and my cousins, like, hold on a second, I gotta listen to this new Skylar Ray. Like, ain't you know what I'm saying? You're spending family time. So there's certain days that I realize that I avoid.
Yeah.
It's strategic because you need every single thing in your favor.
Right, yeah, and I know some artists like kind of like they had their date, and then if they realize a certain artist is dropping,
yeah,
kind of like
they do that
out of respect for them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
well, yeah, because they want people to get their number ones. They want people to do this.
Yeah,
like when Adele's dropping, no one drops around Adele. But a lot of people will call around, like when labels, right? And a lot of people under labels do it because labels are all about the money and all about as they're a business, right? But they'll call around and say, look, I want to drop this artist on this time. Who you got dropping around this time? Oh, Eminem's dropping, or Jay-Z's dropping, or Adele's dropping, or Taylor Swift is dropping. Like, okay, they're dropping that time. All right, we're gonna push this album back a month. Just because you don't want to drop with a juggernaut, especially, and also like up and coming artists that are like super popping that have like a crazy buzz. Out of respect, they have changed their date because they figured out like one of the OGs in the industry is dropping, and they might not have as much buzz. Like for example, like Eminem, he still outsells a lot of people, but he doesn't have that height of that popularity, right? And so like people will sometimes, I'm just using this as an example. But it's like, they might move their release date just to let him still get his number one. Because when people drop 10 number ones in a row, it's like it means something out of respect. So you're right, 100%.
Yeah. I think I covered everything, man. I guess before we head out, man, like where can people find you? Where can people obviously other than Apple Music, because Skylar Ray, they're on there.
At least,
so,
if you're gonna listen to something, look at the release date. If it's more than 3 years ago, please find something more frequent.
The song, it was like I think it was like 2020. I think then you had your album Spotlight Extended. That was like 2021. That was the most recent.
Yeah. Anything before Spotlight. Spotlight number one. We got Spotlight Extended.
Psycho. That was like 2016.
That one's all right. That's with Psychos with Bizarre from D12 and Mike Bars.
Okay.
You remember Bizarre?
Bizarre? No.
The fat one with the shower cap in Eminem's group?
No.
The purple the Purple Pills, my band. Eminem had a rap group called D12, and he was
that was before I was probably born, bro. Like,
come on!
I might have to look him up. I might have to look him up on my free time.
Yeah, no worries. But man, go peep some stuff. I got a lot of good stuff out there. Anything with Kayla, absolute fire. But if you guys are looking for me, you guys can look me up, Skylar Ray. That is SKYLER, right? and then RAY. You can look me up on like any of the social medias, any of the music streaming platforms, or you could head over to my site at officialskylarray.com for any of your merch needs, tour updates, things like that. Give me a follow. Go ahead and message me. I will reply back. Let's get it.
And he will, man. No bullshit. Like he will reply back because like that's why what I'm saying. Like obviously we met to play 2K, but
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
it's a bigger friendship, man. Because I mean
Absolutely.
most people like because for instance like before we were talking about NBA,
Yeah.
like right after the NBA finals when Milwaukee beat the Suns, right? Me as a sports podcaster,
Yeah.
my dumb I wouldn't say dumbass, but
Uh,
my fault. Like I DM'd Giannis, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I want you on my podcast, man.
Want
Like,
you-
I want
yeah.
you, but no response, man. But,
Bro,
hey,
you got to swing for the stars. You got to
I
swing
do,
for the
man.
stars.
I
Hey,
do.
never be afraid.
But usually, I
to
mean,
chase
Giannis is
it.
humble. He's humble, man. So I thought he
He
would
is humble.
reply, bro. But I know he's busy.
Bro, you know it's a crazy thing, and I'll share this story real quick before we get off, right?
Yeah.
So when I first got clean the first time, I've been clean multiple times and fell off and things like that, right? But when I met this girl when I was homeless, and we started like I went to jail, got out, went to rehab, and then we got clean, right? But we moved in with her grandmother, right? In a place out here called Lake Oswego. It's outside of Portland. It's like a really rich neighborhood. It's like where the rich people live. A lot of the Blazers live there. Like Terry Stotts live there. Like all of the Blazers live in there or West Lynn, right? And so a place called Lake Oswego, and I lived with their grandma, and we were actually on the same block next door neighbors to Damian Lillard, right? And so this whole time when he was like young, when he hit the Houston series game winner, all that stuff like that. So here I am, like I come from the doorways and stuff like that, homelessness, things like that. But I was living there with her grandma, and her grandma had a place out in Lake Oswego, and he was so nice. I remember I went over there and I gave him a CD. His mom would come to the door. He would be there. They would talk to you. They were super, super nice. So shout out to Dame. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Always
dope,
showed love
yo.
and respect. You know what the crazy thing about him is? He would get cars there. I remember he got this brown. I'm not good with cars. Not a Ferrari. It's not a. I can't remember what it is. It's gonna kill me. But anyways, got this really nice vehicle. They would get
Mhm.
dropped off. He would never really drive his nice vehicles. His sister would drive it, right? His mom would drive it. He would literally cruise around in like his old like college vehicle,
Wow.
right? And so it's like the stuff that he had then. He would drive his nice SUV when he had events or like he would go to like schools and do assemblies. But the nicest person in the world, Dame Lillard, super humble. Shout out to Dame, man. Good luck in Milwaukee. Let's get it.
So how long? Well, before we get, like, how long did you were you in that area? Like, did you just
Probably like
couple-
maybe a year at the most.
Yeah, a year. Okay. So
Yeah,
I mean, you
it
didn't
might have
really
been a little less.
talk or did you talk to Dame
No,
here and there?
not at all, not at all. And I don't want anybody to think that like I don't have a connection with Dame. I don't know Dame like that. I've seen him a
Yeah.
few times in passing. I said what's up to him. He answered. His sister or his mom answered the door, and then he came to the door. That's as far as it's went
Oh,
with
okay.
conversations. I just tried to
Yeah.
give him an album.
That's
They
dope,
took it.
man.
They were
That's so
nice.
dope.
You know.
Did they ever say, hey, good CD, good album, or
No, but he was very kind when he met it. To be honest, if you look up the song Dream Chaser, that was the song that was on, it was a one song on a CD. And I was like, yo, not a letter. I was like, here's my email, here's my number. But I mean, it wasn't good. The message
Mhm.
was good, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So he did his best. You can't hit up everybody that comes to your house uninvited.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I mean, I hit him up right after the NBA final. Well, maybe like a week after.
Yeah.
No response. But I'm pretty sure I have to go through his agent. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a big podcaster enough to do that. But hey, I gotta shoot my shot.
You're gonna
man.
get there. You're gonna get there,
I gotta
baby.
shoot my
You're
shot,
gonna
bro.
get there. You
But
always
yeah,
shoot
man.
your shot. Always shoot your shot. The best gamble you could do in life is betting on yourself.
Betting on myself. Yeah, man. Oh, Skylar, man, yeah, bro. You're a very humble bro.
Thank you, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate you for the hardships you've been through. That's why the title is Bad Endings to New Beginnings, man. I mean, I
Let's
was
go.
kind of like
I like
finding
that.
an idea of a title, I like
Yeah.
bad endings, new beginnings, man. Because hopefully you'll get to that arena, kind of like
Yeah.
that arena tour,
Hey.
stadium. That's the goal, brother.
We working.
Like,
I'm gonna come back for the weekday, baby.
yeah, the weekday.
I'm gonna come back for the
Also,
weekday.
Yeah, man. I'm looking for that care package, man.
Hey,
That
you.
has
Oh yeah.
come,
Oh
bro.
yeah. Hey. Real stuff. Send me an address.
Yeah,
Send me
yeah.
an address. Send me your size. I'll get something shipped out to you.
I'm a big guy, so probably double XL, triple XL.
Okay. Yeah, text me your address. Don't say it on here, baby. Don't say it on
No.
here. Text me your address, and then we'll get
Yeah.
it.
No.
We'll get it situated.
Yeah, man. That hat's dope. That shit, man. I'm gonna support you, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you very much. And yeah, man, we'll stay in contact. You already know this.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
You
Like,
already know this.
I'm about to get on 2K after this, dance with the boys. So if you want to hop on later, man, just hit me up.
I'll be on later.
All right, bro.
I got you, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yes, sir, brother.